Hey guys and gals, it's John again, Contract Diagnostics. And today what we want to talk about is information around your compensation. It came up the other day in an internal dialogue with some of the team here at Contract Diagnostics on physicians and should they share their compensation structure with their colleagues. And the attorney that I was speaking with on our team has actually spent a lot of time in recruiting organizations and understands that physicians tend to talk. And of course, in many contracts, yours may be one of these, it's prohibited to speak about the terms of your contract with your colleagues. And the nature was, can a physician ask the other physicians, what's your RVU conversion factor? Or what % of collections are you receiving? Or how much is your salary? Or did you get a bonus last year or a bump in pay? Or how's the renegotiation going? Can you talk about those things? And it's important to understand what your contract says. The contract may and most oftentimes says you cannot discuss. Those terms are confidential. You can share them with maybe a spouse or maybe a trusted advisor like an attorney or us at Contract Diagnostics or your CPA, but it's not to be shared internally with colleagues. This recruiter, or I'm sorry, the former recruiter, now working at Contract Diagnostics in their attorney role, has mentioned the fact that we know that physicians are going to talk anyways. And in their former career, they had said, we know that it's prohibited, but we know they're going to anyways. And that's why we treat all physicians the same. At their organization, they didn't have separate structures for different physicians. If you were a surgeon, you were paid the RVU rate everyone else was. If you were a primary care physician, you were paid the RVU rate that everyone else was. If you were a salaried hospitalist, then you were paid the same shift rate as everyone else in the department. And they treated everybody the same. And so the question comes up is, should you ask, if you're looking at a job, should you ask the other people, what do you make? What's the range? Do you have the same RVU? I would love to say it's a great point of great point of discussion, but I don't know that it's allowed by your contract. Now, if you don't work there and you're not under contract, then obviously anything goes. But that physician may or may not be willing to share the information that he or she makes. But I think employers know that physicians speak, and I think that's why they tend to line people up on reasonable compensation structures in the first place, which of course means that maybe an individual negotiation doesn't make sense, but a group negotiation does. And if you are part of a group and you are interested in group negotiations, we feel these should be an active process every 2 or 3 years. And it's something that we can help with here at Contract Diagnostics. And give us a call if you'd like any information on a group negotiation or a project like that from our end. But we do realize that physicians are going to talk. And if I'm interviewing for a position and the information that we give our clients as far as finding out information on salary is to ask questions about compensation. And maybe it's not to the potential future partners or colleagues you'll have, but it's to administration. Questions like, what's the range of compensation for the department? And when was the last time you changed the compensation for the department? And does everyone have the same conversion factor? Those are straightforward questions that they should be able to answer, and you'll be able to evaluate the compensation and the ability for you to potentially negotiate it. So anyways, do you talk about your compensation with your colleagues? Probably shouldn't, but we're here at Contract Diagnostics through our Compensation RX tool to discuss your compensation and share the compensation information and data that we have on file here from MGMA and our internal robust and live database as well. So feel free to give us a call if we can help with anything, but until later, enjoy the rest of the day.